What's going on, guys? Welcome to the first episode of the Horror Movie Mania podcast. A podcast with me and my friend Luke here. Started up just basically, just every week or so we're gonna get on, talk about some horror movies we've seen, and we'll have, different topics on every week. So, yeah, in the beginning we're gonna start with the movies we've seen or movies we want to recommend. So Luke, you want to start with that?
Yeah, man. So, boy, everybody. My name's Luke, also known as Grey Cave on YouTube, and if you want to check that out, and on Facebook. But yeah, so the movies I've seen lately, one of the best ones was Lady in a Cage, which is like a '60s movie, and I did a review of it on YouTube. Um, man, it was such a great film. A little shocker. Just really surprising. I picked it up for $5 and it was heaps better than I thought. So, man, Lady in a Cage was really awesome. A couple of others I've seen. I watched Snowtown, which is an Aussie film about a bad crime or a heinous crime that happened in Australia back in the late 90s. And that's really cool if you want to pick it up. A pretty dud one that I watched lately was Hell Baby. That was it was rubbish. I don't I don't know. I don't know if you've seen. Have you seen Hell Baby, Mike?
No, I haven't, but I heard it was like a horror comedy.
Yeah, and look, I don't mind horror comedies, but this one just didn't hit it. I don't know. Other people probably like it. And probably I'll just mention two more that I saw that I really liked. That was the old the old Dark House, which is a pretty early one. I don't know if it's 40s or 50s or something. And it's directed by James Whale, who also directed the old Frankenstein. And it's also got Boris Karloff, the same as Frankenstein, and that was really awesome. And the last one, actually, I just want to mention two more, was another Aussie one called Fortress, which if you haven't seen it, pick it up. It's from I think the 70s or the no 85-ish. So check that out. And I pulled out Pet Cemetery, which I've got on Blu-ray. Which that's a movie I've watched for years and years.
Yeah,
But man,
that
it was just so cool to see that again, man.
yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite movies. Really creepy, has a creepy vibe to it. Really, really awesome.
Oh man, I don't know. I was just in the mood. I hadn't seen it for years, and I just thought, yeah, I'll chuck this on. And every time it just gets you. It's just such a great film.
All right,
So,
so for me, I didn't watch too much. I picked up the original Carrie on Blu-ray, and I haven't got to watch that yet. But I have seen the remake, which I mean, I don't know. I guess it was all right. I don't know. What do you think about the remake?
look, I thought it was pretty unnecessary. Like the movie is fine. I haven't got that much. It's okay. I just found it compared to the original, it was just pretty bland. It didn't do anything. Didn't add that much extra to it, and it just was a bland version of the original. I found.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen the original, but I mean, with horror remakes, nowadays they're pretty much all the same, I think.
Yeah. Oh, you get the odd good one. Um, but yeah, I don't know. There's been some flops of late as well.
And then earlier today I watched the Friday 13th remake since it's Friday 13th Day, and I actually really enjoy that remake. I don't know why people really hate on it. I think it's a really good movie.
Yeah, man. I reckon it's a fun remake. I don't down that one at all. Um, uh, yeah. Oh, look, it's fun. I'd watch it. I watch it every now and again. That's all I got to say about that one.
hmm so yeah, that's what we've been watching this week. So now we're gonna move on, and for this week, the topic we're gonna have our top 10 favorite horror movies of all time. So if you want to start with number 10.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, like Mike said, this is the hardest thing for anyone to do, because if you get me 6 months time, it'll be slightly altered, probably the same movies almost, but you're never going to get it right. So I started off with number 10 with Phantasm. Um, I don't know, it's just a really cool horror. I like the whole franchise, one to four, and I think there's a fifth coming out. And I just thought of a movie that this whole top 10 list is basically movies that I really love, that I watch all the time. Just the old reliable ones, basically. So yeah, Phantasm was number 10.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about that movie. I still need to check it out. I haven't seen it yet, but
Definitely check it out, man. It's awesome.
so for number 10, I have Freddy vs. Jason. Probably not in everyone's top 10 list, but I don't know. I just grew up with that movie, and it's very cheesy and stupid, but in a good way, you know.
Yeah. No, I love that movie, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, just Freddy and Jason just killing each other. Yeah, I never get bored with that. I watch it often. So yeah, that's my number 10.
Awesome. I love the best scene in that movie. Oh, one of the best kills is, well, for me, is where he flips the bed in half with the guy in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, all right. So number 9, um, I went Frankenstein, and I actually went. I love Frankenstein. I love the story, and I love the old Boris Karloff one, the black and white one. It's fantastic. But what I've done with this, I put Frankenstein, the Karloff version, the De Niro version that was, I think, in the 90s, and I even put the Roger Corman directed one, Frankenstein Unbound, all in wrapped up in number 9, because the story is so awesome, and they're all really great movies. Even the Unbound one, I don't know if people would argue about that, but that's the Roger Corman version. Frankenstein Unbound is just a cool little twist on the whole tale. Have you seen any of the Frankensteins, Mike?
Actually, no, I have the classic monsters collection on Blu-ray, but no, I've never seen Frankenstein. I've never seen Dracula, any of those. Yeah, definitely missing out on that.
Oh, dude, check them out sometime. If you got the collection, just one lazy night, check it out, man. You'll love it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Um, so for my number 9, I have the original Night of the Living Dead. Just probably the best zombie film in my opinion. It's very, very creepy. I like the whole black and white tone and everything. And I haven't seen too much Romero films, but I would have to say this is probably his best. I don't know if you
Yeah,
agree with that.
yeah, man. It's so hard. This is a disappointing thing about my list. I actually don't have any Romero stuff, and I was really wanting to slot it in, but I just but look, I get tied up between the first three. They're all so good, and on a different day, I'll pick a different one of the first three, because I reckon they're almost about the same, like as good as each other. So, man, that's a pretty sweet pick there. Um, so we'll go to number 8, and I picked Psycho. Uh, you
Nice
know,
one.
what can you say? That's it. Number 8, Psycho.
Um, my number 8, I have the original Halloween. It's just started it all. I don't have it too up there in my list. But yeah, I had to add in the Halloween. It's a classic.
Absolutely, man. That's a good pick. My top 7, or number 7, is slightly more obscure. It's a movie called Brain Scan, and it's. I remember the night the day I watched it. It was a Sunday afternoon, and I just sat in bed. I was a kid. It was in the 90s, and sat in bed with a heater and a Doonas, and had my mum's portable TV in my room, and just watched a whole stack of movies. And the one that rose to the top was this one called Brain Scan. It's got Edward Furlong in it, and man, dude, it's not a perfect movie by any means, but if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's just this little gem that you just wouldn't think was as good as it is.
Is that one on Blu-ray or is this on DVD?
I've got it on Blu-ray. I don't know if it's on DVD. Oh, sorry, I've got it on DVD. I don't know if it's on Blu-ray.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Um,
Eddie Furlong.
so my number 7, I have Pet Cemetery. Um,
Sweet.
yeah, just really creepy. I don't know if you remember the sister in that movie, but she creeps. I don't know if you remember the sister in that movie, but she creeps me out every single time. The sister on the bed.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah, totally. That's that's foul.
Yeah, and then the infamous cat, and yeah, it's just a really creepy movie, and I seem to watch it like around every October. It's a kind of a tradition. So yeah, it's just one of my favorites. Really good.
Awesome, awesome. And so I think we're up to 6, aren't we?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm going to do here? Because I just realized I've written 11. So I'll just put my 6. We'll do 2 for 6 because I've written 11. Sorry, guys. So let's say 6 is Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. I know this gets mixed reviews. You know, 50, half of us love it, half of us hate it. I reckon it's awesome, and I'll also add Pet Sematary there too because I've just counted and I've written 2 6s here. So there you go. Pet Sematary and Halloween 2 are number 6.
Yeah, I've actually heard a lot of mixed reviews about Halloween 3, but I've never seen it for some reason.
I think I don't know. I feel like the problem people have with it is because it doesn't have Michael Myers and it doesn't sync to the rest of the franchise.
Hmm.
But as a movie, man, it's awesome. Like it's such a good movie. Like you know, well, I watched it as a kid, and uh, uh, my mate told me to get it out, or we got it out together, and he basically because we wanted to see Michael Myers, and we were disappointed as a kid because there was no Michael Myers. But as I grew up, I watched it again and realized it is really actually a really good movie. So check it out.
And weren't they supposed to make like if it did good, um, weren't they supposed to make like other Halloween movies without Michael Myers? Like
That's
kind
it,
of,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I reckon that would have been awesome. Like I do love Michael Myers, and I've got them all, and I love even the later ones. But I really do like the idea if they did take the Halloween series off in a tangent like that. I reckon it would have been just as good, if not perhaps better. But yeah, anyway, that might cause some controversy.
All right, so my number 6, I have Hatchet 2. Love the Hatchet series. It's kind of a homage to the 80s horror movies. It's really gory, it's really bloody, and you have the guy that played Jason. Um, I forgot his name, but uh,
Uh, Kane Hodder.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Um, and then you have Daniel Harris in there, which she's one of my favorite actresses. So it's just a really good movie. And I love the whole series, but Hatchet 2 is my favorite one.
Totally, man. Awesome. When I saw Hatchet when it first came out, I thought, oh, holy hell, this movie is saving, um, you know, uh, slasher films. It was the best slasher I'd seen, recent slasher for a long time when that movie first came out. So that's cool. Um, my number, I think we're up to number 5, and I put the original Nightmare on Elm Street, just because it's awesome. Great movie. Check it out.
Yeah, that was really close to being this, but
Yeah.
uh, yeah, it's put in there. But my number 5 is a movie that not a lot of people like, a director not a lot of people like, and that's House of a Thousand Corpses. Yeah, I'm just a huge fan of Rob Zombie in general. I like his music. I like most of his movies, and I don't know. This one is it's just really unique. It's just crazy. Uh, yeah, it's just very Rob Zombie like. Um,
Yeah.
it's really good.
I I have to say I hated that movie when it first came out. Absolutely, I could not believe he made a movie like that. I found too many similarities. Not as a whole movie. As a whole movie, it's its own thing. But I found little similarities all the way through it to different movies, and it really pissed me off. But and then when he remade Halloween, I hated that. I thought this guy's an animal. What's he doing? But now I've been converted. I don't know. I don't know what happened, but I think I let the years go by, I let myself cool off, and I went back and revisited all his old stuff and Halloween and the Halloween 2, and man, I'm converted. I think the man's awesome. I love all his films, and I actually got into his music now too. So no, I rate him. I like Rob Zombie. He's pretty awesome. So number 4, I put the original Carrie, and this is I can remember the first time watching it, I was just blown away. And I watched it again the other day. Like, it's a movie I pull out all the time. I got the soundtrack just recently, and I play that, and I just love it, man. The score, Pino Donaggio's score, it's just a beautiful film all around. Like Sissy Spacek, um, I can't think of the lady that plays Margaret White. I can't think of her name, but pretty much every actor and actress in this movie is awesome. It's just a fantastic film. Just love it to death.
Yeah, I definitely gotta check it out. So for my number 4, I have the original, The Exorcist. To me, in my opinion, I think this is the scariest movie of all time. Um, and it really started the whole possession, exorcism, kind of movies, and I mean, everyone knows Exorcist is a creepy film.
Yeah, man. Actually, I didn't think of that when I made this list, but good pick. Have you seen the second one?
I think I've seen the first half, but I couldn't get into it.
It's terrible. But I would recommend the three has got a bit of charm to it. Like two is, in my opinion, two is awful, but I think Exorcist three is worth checking out. It's not too bad. Um, this takes us to my top number three, and I've written down Alien, but you could probably put Alien, Aliens, and Alien Three all together in that one. I know it's like a bit of sci-fi horror, but it's basically horror, and yeah, so the Alien trilogy, man, watched them since I was a kid. That's about the only series I've bought on VHS as a box set, on DVD as a box set, and Blu-ray on a box set. So great series, man.
Definitely. Um, we're on number three, right?
Yep.
It's fine. My nine, number three, I have the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Uh,
Sweet.
yeah, just very creepy, very awesome. And that scene where the guy goes in the house and he comes out and hits him with the hammer, it's just really
Yep.
gets me every time. It's really good.
Oh, it's an awesome film. Which brings me to my number two, which is the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, man. For the same reason, it's just an awesome film.
So for my number two, um, you're probably not gonna see this on anybody else's list, probably, but I have Rob Zombie's Halloween. Yeah, I've said before, I like Rob Zombie, and I honestly think this is a better movie than the original Halloween, and I know that's, a big statement, but I like how Michael Myers looks in this one. I like the music. I like the actors and actresses, and yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know what else to say. I'm just really big to Rob Zombie.
Yeah. Cool, man. I like the remake. I think it's and the second one too, to be honest. But um, and there's some interesting bits in it, but I don't know. Just for me, I like the original, which brings me to my top number one top movie of all time is actually the original Halloween, and I just put this down as the perfect slasher movie. Just the right amount of tension. It's not gory by any means, and I think that's fantastic. Carpenter just does a perfect job of it. It looks beautiful too, filmed beautifully, and just on this little independent, little low budget thing, it's just a masterpiece when you all considered. So yeah, my number one top horror movie is Halloween, the original.
All right, nice, nice. So for my number one, I have Stephen King's It. I think Pennywise is probably the scariest clown. Um, it's a very long movie if you watch two of the parts together because it's a two-part because it was made for TV and I think each part is like 2 hours long, so it's very long if you watch it in one
Yep.
setting. But the first part is definitely better than the second part. But I mean, just all in all, I really like the movie and I actually can't wait for the remake coming out.
I reckon that'd be awesome. Actually, the remake. I'll be looking forward to that. Because that's a movie that so many people love it and rate it as their top number one, and I think it's a great movie. But yeah, I agree with you. The first half of that movie is great. Second half is the bit that gets me just a little bit, but awesome. Nice top 10, Mike. Cool.
So did you want to say any like honorable mentions or ones you
Yeah,
couldn't read?
I did write a few, and that would be the Romero Dead trilogy, like I was saying. I'm not sure why I didn't fit it in there. Obviously, just at the time, I think, yeah, it just didn't quite fit. So the Romero Dead trilogy, probably the Child's Plays, the first few Child's Play are pretty awesome. I didn't add any Friday the 13th. Love every single one of those movies. Maybe because they're just a little bit more cheesy than the rest. I don't know. The Hellraiser series. I was thinking of popping in maybe the number one or number two, and also I think it must be part six. Hellseeker is pretty awesome. And just one more is The Vanishing, the original movie, The Vanishing. I nearly added that to the list. It's just a creepy. creepy film. If you've ever seen it or never seen it, check it out.
Was our top 10 horror movies of all time. So yeah, that's probably going to be it for this episode. If you liked it, definitely like the video, comment, subscribe, and we're probably going to have an episode next week or some other time, and it's a new topic. So yeah, thanks for watching.
Cool. Thanks for listening. See you guys later.